Battle of the Brains, presented by Invest 529, Central Virginia's high school academic quiz show. Today's match features St. Anne's Belfield School versus St. Catherine's School. Let's play.
Hello and welcome to Battle of the Brains, Virginia's longest-running television academic quiz show. I'm Cheryl Miller. Our competition welcomes teams from schools all across the Commonwealth of Virginia competing for a share of $20,000 in scholarship money provided by Invest 529 and the E.W. Scripps Foundation. That includes the academic athletes joining us here today. The Saints of St. Anne's Belfield School, coached by Susan Galander and David Gray. Located in Charlottesville, St. Anne's Belfield School is a co-educational day and boarding school. For more than 100 years, St. Anne's Belfield has offered a multi-dimensional education experience in a diverse school community. Also with us today, the Saints of St. Catherine's School, coached by Anthony Ambrogi and Danielle Armstrong. Richmond's St. Catherine's School is a private all-girls Episcopal College preparatory school serving students in pre-K through 12. Creating an inclusive environment, the school administration says every leadership opportunity, lesson plan, and activity is intentionally designed with a focus on girls. It's great to have all of these students with us today. Our match will consist of 3 toss-up rounds and a category round. Players will buzz in and wait for me to call on them. Any interruption of questions with an incorrect answer will result in a point deduction. There is no deduction for an incorrect answer to a completed question. Again, welcome students. Let's begin with a toss-up round. What edifice appears on the back of a U.S. $5 bill? Henry.
U.S. Capitol Building.
That is incorrect. St. Catherine's? Miller?
The Lincoln Memorial.
That is correct. By what name was 19th century writer George Gordon Noel better known? Kate?
Lord Byron.
Correct. His surname was Byron. He changed it to Noel to inherit his late mother-in-law's estate per her will. Which actor portrayed Robert McCall in 3 The Equalizer films, 2014, 2018, and 2023? Henry?
Washington.
Denzel Washington is correct. What 2024 hurricane caused catastrophic damage in western Henry? That is correct, in North Carolina. Ed Koch, Rudy Giuliani, and Michael Bloomberg all served Henry?
New York City Mayor.
Correct. Minecraft video game creator Marcus Persson is better known by what nickname? Henry?
Notch.
Correct. After only 2 years in power, this man abdicated in 1605 to ensure his son's succession. Name this warlord whose namesake shogunate ruled Japan. Caroline?
Tokugawa.
That is correct. All right, you may need your pen and paper for this one. Given that x equals 3, what is 3x squared plus 5x? Victoria?
32.
That is incorrect. St. Anne's? Henry?
33.
It's actually 42. What American writer of spy and military novels created the character Jack Ryan?
Tom
Henry?
Clancy.
That is correct. What country did the Soviet Union invade in 1979 and leave to the Taliban? That is correct. In 1989. What city is the southern terminus of the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel? Henry?
Hampton Roads.
That is incorrect. St. Catherine's? Caroline?
Newport News.
It's actually Virginia Beach. All right, players, please turn your attention to the monitors. Listen carefully for a video question from a member of the Battle of the Brains Brainy Bunch, and you must wait until the video question is completed before buzzing in. Early buzzes will not be honored.
What treaty officially ended the American Revolutionary War in 1783?
Kate?
Treaty of Paris.
Correct. Because he had co-authored a pamphlet entitled On the Necessity of Atheism, this English poet was expelled from Oxford University. Who was this author of Ode to the West Wind? Kate?
Shelley.
Percy Bysshe Shelley is correct. What primary color is associated with cowardice? Anna?
Yellow.
Correct. In 1895, she published The Temple of My Familiar, a sequel to her Pulitzer Prize-winning 1982 novel about Seeley. Name this author of The Color Purple. Miller?
Alice Walker.
Correct. After failing to capture Jerusalem in 1192, this leader of the Third Crusade concluded a truce with Saladin. Caroline?
Richard V. Richard the Lionheart.
That is correct, Richard I. The culinary term calamari is used for a dish made from what animal? Ari.
Squid.
Correct. The headquarters of this international organization is located in New York City. Stefan.
United Nations.
Correct. The citation for this author's 1982 Nobel Prize lauded his technique known as magic realism. What Colombian created the Buendia family?
Garcia
8.
Marquez.
Correct. Gabriel Garcia Marquez in 100 Years of Solitude. What type of series is represented in the following numbers? 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5. Anna.
The Fibonacci sequence.
Correct. And that buzzer means the end of that toss-up round. Good job by our team so far. A lot more questions to come, though. Up next, we'll introduce you to today's players, and then they'll take on the category round when Battle of the Brains continues.
Miss a week of Battle of the Brains? Want to catch up on the full season of play? Find full episodes on our YouTube channel. Welcome back to Battle of the Brains.
Here are the scores following the first toss-up round here on Battle of the Brains. Our team from St. Anne's Belfield School with 120 points. Our team from St. Catherine's School with 60 points. And we'll get back to our questions and our match just ahead. But first, let's meet today's players. First, our team from St. Anne's Belfield School. Our first player is Stefan Laza, who is a freshman and a member of the Model United Nations Club. Also enjoys acting in school plays, reading, and playing the piano. Next up is Kate Cheng, who is a senior. Kate is editor-in-chief on the school's newspaper. Her other interests include Model UN and acting in theater productions at the school. Our team captain is Henry Dozier. Henry's a senior. He's co-president of the St. Anne's Honor Council, a member of the school's orchestra, and enjoys volunteering with the local fire company and writing for the school newspaper. And wrapping up our team from St. Anne's Belfield is Ari Costello, who is co-leader of the Model UN Club, editor of the school's newspaper, and other interests include learning languages and volunteering with service dogs. That's our team from St. Anne's Belfield School. Great to have all of you here with us today playing Battle of the Brains. Now let's meet our team from St. Catherine's School. First up is Anna Robertson, who is a senior. She enjoys acting, baking, and is a senior editor for the school's newspaper. Goal is to pursue digital design in college. Our team captain is Miller Ambrogi, who enjoys rock climbing and playing the bass guitar in her free time. She's a senior and plans to study ecology in college. Next up is Victoria Carter, who is a junior who enjoys working out, eating good food, and spending time with friends and family. Plans to study dentistry. And wrapping up our team is sophomore Caroline Sundberg, who enjoys reading and paddle boarding and hopes to study something history related when she gets to college. That's our team from St. Catherine's School. Great to have all of you here with us today as well. Now for our category round. Each team will select one 10-question category from today's choices. If a team gets all of its questions correct in the allotted time, they will receive a 20-point bonus. All right, teams, take a look. Here are the categories from which you may choose. They are fields, Nobel Prize winners, and European capitals. We do note that in this round, only the captains can officially answer for the team, though they may confer with their teammates to try to come up with the correct answer. By the rules, the high-score team gets first choice of category. So, Henry, that is you and your team from St. Anne's. Quickly talk it over with your teammates. Let me know what category you'd like to play.
Maybe we please play European capitals.
All right. Given the name of a country in Europe, provide the name of its capital city. The first is Albania.
Tirana.
Correct. Norway.
Oslo.
Correct. Poland.
Warsaw.
Correct. Croatia.
Zagreb.
Correct. Switzerland.
Bern.
Bern is correct. Denmark.
Copenhagen.
Correct. Czech Republic.
Prague.
Correct. Luxembourg.
Luxembourg City.
Correct. Ukraine.
Kiev.
Correct. And Ireland.
Dublin.
That is correct. And a sweep of the category, a 20-point bonus for our team from St. Anne's Belfield. Good job. All right, St. Catherine's, your category will either be fields or Nobel Prize winners. Miller, talk it over with your teammates. Tell me what you'd like to play.
Fields.
All right, identify each of the following, each of which is associated with the word field. The first is, in classical mythology, the place where souls of the good went after death.
Fields of Asphodel.
It's Elysian Fields. Up until 2024, the Washington Commanders played home games at this field.
Pass.
That would be FedEx Field. Baseball team that plays at Wrigley Field.
The Cubs.
Chicago Cubs is correct. Hockey played on a turf.
Field hockey.
Correct. French word for an expert in a given field.
Connoisseur.
Correct. Title of a famous Beatles song.
Pass.
Strawberry Fields. Charles Dickens' autobiographical novel.
Pass.
David Copperfield. Central Virginia County founded in 1749.
Pass.
Chesterfield County. God of fields, herds, flocks, and pastoral life in Greek mythology.
Fields of Asphodel.
That would be Pan. We were looking for the name of the god. And finally, baseball movie with Kevin Costner.
Field of Dreams.
That is correct. Good job on that. All right, that was our category round. Up next, another toss-up round when we come back here on Battle of the Brains.
Battle of the Brains is always available. Find full episodes on YouTube and follow Battle of the Brains on social media. Welcome back to Battle of the Brains.
And here are the scores following the category round here on Battle of the Brains. Our team from St. Anne's Belfield School with 190 points. Our team from St. Catherine's School with 80 points. And now it's back to Battle of the Brains and another toss-up round. Just a quick reminder to our teams, you do lose points if you interrupt a question with an incorrect answer. The other team gets the chance to answer. And there, of course, is no conferring in the toss-up rounds. Lin-Manuel Miranda composed what critically acclaimed and multiple award-winning... Miller.
Hamilton.
That is correct. We would also have accepted In the Heights. Northern Virginia's Fauquier County is one of the wealthiest counties in America. Spell Fauquier. Henry?
F-A-C-Q-U-I-E-R.
That is incorrect. St. Catherine's? Victoria?
F-A-U-L-K-I-E-R.
It's actually F-A-U-Q-U-I-E-R, Fauquier. In 1603, the royal family of Scotland inherited the throne of England and established which dynasty of English monarchs? Caroline?
The Stuart.
Correct. That lasted till 1714. In geometry, what is the term for a quadrilateral with two distinct pairs of adjacent sides? Miller?
Parallelogram.
That is incorrect. With two distinct pairs of adjacent sides of equal length. Stefan?
Square.
It's called a kite. For an object orbiting the sun, what name is given to the point, distance, and time where the object is farthest from the sun in its elliptical orbit? Kate?
Apex.
That is incorrect. St. Catherine's? Caroline?
Winter solstice.
It's called the aphelion. In 1886, what southeastern city experienced the strongest earthquake yet recorded to have hit the east coast of the United States? Stefan?
Atlanta.
That is incorrect. St. Catherine's? Caroline?
Charleston.
Charleston is correct. South Carolina with a 7.3 magnitude. About 6 million years ago, during the so-called Messinian salinity crisis, the Mediterranean Sea largely evaporated, producing rainfall that diluted other seas and raised their freezing points. The result of what type of period in which global...
Ice Age.
That is correct. In which month does the British holiday Boxing Day occur? Anna?
December.
Correct, on the 26th. The New England Patriots have won 6 Super Bowls, all under which head coach? Henry?
Bill Belichick.
Correct. What color, going from top to bottom, is the second color of the rainbow? Anna?
Orange.
Correct. Among the sailors on the voyage of this legendary ship that set out to find the Golden Fleece were... Caroline?
The Argo.
Correct. The name of the ship was the Argo. You may need your pencil and paper. A circle has a radius of 6 units. A sector of that circle with unknown area has a central angle of 60 degrees, meaning that its area is 1/6 that of the entire circle. What is the area of that sector in square units? Victoria?
6 pi.
That is correct. What is the term for the scientific study of language? Henry?
Etymology.
That is incorrect. St. Catherine's. Caroline?
Linguistics.
That is correct. Linguistics. A U.S. state since 1959, Hawaii has its own language. What is the Hawaiian word meaning priest, wizard, or shaman, usually associated with the word big? Henry?
Kahana.
Judges? We will accept. It is kahuna, big kahuna. This Jewish festival is celebrated in commemoration with the rededication of Solomon's temple by Judas Maccabeus in 165 BC. Ari?
Hanukkah.
That is correct. Fish in water appear to be nearer to the surface than they really are. What is the name of the constant that is approximately equal to the ratio of the apparent depth to the real depth? Ari?
Refraction.
Judges? Yes. We will accept that. It's the refractive index. All right, turn your attention to the monitors for another video question from a member of the Battle of the Brains Brainy Bunch.
What was the term for the German mercenaries who fought for the British during the American Revolutionary War?
Henry?
Hushers.
That is incorrect. Caroline?
Hessians.
Hessians is correct. And that buzzer means one more toss-up round just ahead and we'll double the point value. Stay tuned to see which team is today's winner, and we'll continue on this season here on Battle of the Brains. We'll be right back.
Love Battle of the Brains? Ready for your high school team to play next season? Go to battleofthebrains.net to learn more. Welcome back to Battle of the Brains.
Here are the scores now as we head into the final round here on Battle of the Brains. Our team from St. Anne's Belfield School with 240 points. Our team from St. Catherine's School with 160 points. And for this final toss-up round, the point score for a correct answer is doubled, but so is the penalty for an incorrect answer given before I finish the question. There is no deduction for an incorrect answer to a completed question. Good luck, teams. This is our final toss-up round. Who was the first African American to win an Oscar for Best Actor?
Washington? Denzel Washington?
That is incorrect. St. Anne's? Henry?
Freeman.
Had to go back a little farther. 1964, Sidney Poitier for Lilies of the Field. You may need your pencil and paper for this one. The angles of a triangle are in a ratio of 3, 5, 10. How many degrees is the largest angle? Would be 100 degrees. The other angles are 30 and 50. The heat index combines air temperature and what other factor to give an apparent temperature of how hot it feels? Henry?
Humidity.
Correct. The author added an epilogue to this play to make clear that the former flower girl is fated to marry Freddie Hill and not the haughty phoneticist Henry Higgins. Kate?
Shaw.
That is incorrect. I'll finish for St. Catherine's. Name this George Bernard Shaw play that inspired the musical My Fair Lady. And the play was Pygmalion. In the book Charlotte's Web by E.B. White, Charlotte is a spider who saves a pig from being slaughtered by a farmer. What's the name of the pig? Henry?
Wilbur.
Correct. Painted white, the mask used by Michael Myers in the original movie Halloween was actually a rubber mask of what fictional TV character who traveled into space, the final frontier? Stefan?
Jason Voorhees.
That is incorrect. St. Catherine's? Anna?
Spock.
It's actually James T. Kirk. Used in Virginia until 1966, what type of tax was outlawed by the 24th Amendment to the Constitution? Henry?
Poll tax.
That is correct. In August of 2009, Army Lieutenant William Colley finally apologized for what event that happened 57 years ago during the Vietnam War? Victoria?
Mai Tai Massacre?
Say again.
Mai Tai?
That is incorrect. St. Anne's? It was called the My Lai Massacre. In 1968, a mass murder of civilians in a village in South Vietnam. Thomas Jefferson's copy of what book was used in a January 2007 inauguration ceremony by Minnesota Congressman Ari?
Bible.
That is incorrect. By Minnesota Congressman Keith Ellison, a Sunni Muslim. Caroline.
The Quran.
That is correct. Granada, last of Spain's Muslim Moorish kingdoms, was retaken by the Spaniards in 1492 by what noted monarch? Caroline.
Isabella of Castile and Ferdinand II of Aragon.
We will accept that. Yes, Ferdinand of Aragon. Writer Thomas Wolfe describes this place as a kind of German heaven, a great Germanic dream translated into life. Name this city the capital of Bavaria. Miller.
Berlin.
That is incorrect. St. Anne's. Stefan?
Munich.
That is correct. In fashion, what do the initials DK and Y stand for? Henry?
Designers know New York.
That is incorrect. St. Catherine's, you want to give it a shot? It stands for Donna Karan, New York. Name the Shakespearean play from which the following lines are taken. The course of love never did, Kate.
Midsummer Night's Dream.
Correct, never did run smooth. It lasted from 1337 to 1453. By what inaccurate name is this European war known? Anna.
100-Year War.
Correct. And that buzzer is the end of our game. While our judges double check the final score, here's a reminder of how to stay connected with us here at Battle of the Brains.
Stay up to date on Battle of the Brains. Follow along as your favorite teams advance this season. Visit battleofthebrains.net to learn more and follow along at Battle of the Brains on social media. Join us next week on Battle of the Brains as we welcome students from Jamestown High School playing against students from Cosby High School. Don't miss the action.
And here's the final score now for today's match, determining which of our teams will continue on to the next round of this season's competition. Ending the match with a final score of 220 points, our team from St. Catherine's School. Good job today by Anna, Miller, Victoria, and Caroline. We wish you the best of luck with the rest of your school year. Our winners today with a final score of 300 points, our team from St. Anne's Belfield School. Great job today by Ari, Henry, Kate, and Stefan. And we'll see you in the next round. I'm Cheryl Miller. Thank you so much for watching and playing along here on Battle of the Brains, and we'll see you back here next week. Great match, teams.
Game over. Thank you for watching Battle of the Brains, presented by Invest 529. Goodbye.